trying to figure out what happened to their 25-year-old daughter. Shanquella Robinson's parents say she took a trip to Mexico last month with a group of friends. Her friends made it back, but she didn't. They say she was found dead. They were told what happened, but they tell me tonight they're not buying it.
I just sit back and wait on God, because like I say, she's going to get justice.
A mystery in Mexico. How did a weekend with friends turn into a nightmare?
Something is not adding up right here.
Bernard and Salamandra Robinson say their daughter, 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson, traveled with friends from Charlotte to Cabo, Mexico on October the 28th.
I spoke with her Friday evening. She was having dinner. And I never spoke with her again.
The next day, their world changed.
On Saturday evening, they called and said she wasn't feeling well, and they was gonna call a doctor. But when they called, the doctor hadn't arrived yet, but they said she had alcohol poisoning.
They say they were told their daughter died from alcohol poisoning, but they don't believe that. They say they've heard different stories, and none of them add up.
We received the autopsy report on Thursday, and it said that her neck had been broke, and she had a back spinal cord was cracked. So that took it to a whole nother level.
In a statement, the U.S. Department of State said, quote, "We are aware of these reports. Protecting the welfare of U.S. citizens overseas is among our top priorities. Out of respect for the privacy of those involved, we have no further comment at this time." Shanquella's body arrived back in Charlotte on Thursday.
She had a heart of gold. She didn't mistreat nobody.
I mean, I can't even be a grandfather. Can't even walk her down the aisle. She gone.
Weeks later, questions remain.
We're not gonna stop until we get to the end of it.
Take it to the bottom of it.
We're gonna get to the end of this.
No, this is not gonna happen, No, I've been crying, I'm hurt. I'm hurting all the way around.
And the family tells me they have contacted the FBI in Charlotte to help them figure out what happened. They also say they'll hire a private investigator if it comes to that. Their daughter will be laid to rest next Saturday.
Shanquella Renata Robinson was born in Charlotte, Mecklenburg County, North Carolina, January 9th, 1997, to Mr. Bernard and Mrs. Salamandra Robinson. Shanquella Robinson graduated from Winston-Salem State University in 2018. She owned 3 businesses in braiding, marketing hair, and clothing under the names of Exquisite Babies, Exquisite, and the Exquisite Boutique. Shanquella Robinson enjoyed life to the fullest in traveling, engaging in festivities with family and friends, and dancing. Friends and family describe Shanquella as a very sweet person, kind soul, and daddy's little girl. Shanquella Robinson captured the hearts of everyone all across the world, which resulted in communities shaking grounds for justice. This is the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour, and we ask that you take this topic, frenemy of minds, towards awareness and as a stand against deadly violence. Hello. Welcome to the Unspoken Heart Discussion Hour. And this is our tribute to Shanquella Robinson. I'm sorry. I will be bringing in my guest now, all the way from Austin, Texas. How are y'all doing today?
Good.
Well, this is a very emotional one. It's been a long 2 weeks for me, because as y'all know, when I hear something and, we just don't jump on it real quick. We take our time, make sure we get everything together so that everything could be proper. Just to let everyone know that the information that we do have, we are not collecting it off of TikTok. We're not collecting it off of Instagram. We're not collecting it off of no social media because a lot of things have been just for likes and clout. And we want all facts to be before the table. So if you call in, please make sure that you're showing respect to the family because this is a very hard time for them right now. Thank you. Now, before we get into this, we're going to talk about Shanquella herself because I know during things like this, we've had the case with Sienna Tucker. We also had the Tyrone Ciro Mercedes, and we have gotten very emotional about it. But I can honestly say, I don't know for y'all, but for me, this has been the most impactful emotion for me during these weeks in following this story. It's very hard. This lady had a lot going for herself. She loved life, from what we had seen. Y'all gonna be seeing me put my glasses on and off because I can't see the cue cards without them. But the first thing we want to get into because we just don't want to dive into it. We know that she had a business, and the business that she had, it was she named it Exquisite. She was very business minded. I know that when we read things about, she had when she had got the PPP loan, her business took off. And looking on her pages, she first, the first thing we want to show is her boutique, which she, did really well. A lot of these clothing items had sold out, very nice clothing. She had a lot of customers that was really into what she did. But, she also, to me, was a beast with hair. She sold hair, but she also did hair. Did you check that out, Denise? Her work in it?
I saw some of the children's hair, and it was really really nice.
Yeah. And so, she had named that business Exquisite Babies, which I thought was really cute.
It was.
Yeah, it is. And this is some of the her work that she did. So she was really good, and you could tell she was very passionate and dedicated to the things she did within her business.
Her
You know,
craft.
it was something that she enjoyed doing.
Hmm.
So this is not something that she did as a side hobby. It was her actual business, and she was heading somewhere really great. And I know her parents had to be very proud of her. For a young lady to graduate from Winston University, and then to step out and not only have one business but three businesses of her own. You know, so it's just it's very touching when you have a goal to do something and you don't get to finish that through. So Dwight, what do you think about this young lady? Because most of our young women nowadays, their mind is not as headstrong as this to want to do something as great as she was doing. You're muted.
She was doing some amazing things as a young lady. I applaud her for that. She was getting her act together. Sometimes people that trying to get something together takes them longer than that, but she did it at such a young age. Very smart, very beautiful, very intelligent young lady. So she could have went even further. So she was very blessed to get that business going and everything. So uh, truly blessed with a lot of talent. So I just uh, words can't even say, but she just had a lot of stuff going for her at that young of an age. So yeah, she has some stuff going for her.
Exactly. And Denise, what is your feeling on this? Because I'm gonna say, I have a daughter that's 23, and for somebody to be so young and already be equipped to want to achieve something great in life, what is your insight on that?
Her parents raised her very well,
Yes.
for sure. I mean, who wouldn't want a daughter like that? I mean, college graduate, entrepreneur, just so business minded, professional, and from what they understand, she had a very, what you call it, a sweet soul. So
Yes.
I wouldn't mind having a daughter like that myself, you know. But yeah, I think it's just she's a wonderful daughter.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
beautiful, smart, business minded.
Yeah. And I mean, if you look at it, from the videos from friends that was really close to her, um, because the people that went with her, I don't call them friends. To me, the devil's advocates, but that's just me. But the friends and family, the way they spoke of her, she was just like life. She was something that was like a lot of the party from things I've seen, and to have the spirit that she had, it's very heartbreaking to, hear the things that we have heard within the past weeks, you know. But from what I had researched, it was about in or around June or July with the 6 people that she planned to take to a trip, which it was like I guess one of them had a birthday, and they planned a trip to go to Cabo, Mexico. But also it was stated, you know, allegedly that she paid for the entire trip. So this is somebody that, to me, not only was good with money and saving, but had a good heart as well. What do you think about that?
Sorry, guys, I have a lot of background noise. So, what I think about that is that it was she, as far as her paying for everything that you're trying to say,
Hmm.
she was just being a kind hearted. For what I understand, it was for what, a birthday party or something.
Yeah,
Yeah. So she was kind to pay that. That means she had the money to do so too.
yeah, and I feel like you don't find too many people with a heart of gold like that. But like, look, I got it. Don't worry about it. And for that there allegedly for her to pay for everybody's way, even an R&B, because you got to look at this. R&B is not cheap. You know, for her to pay something like that, you got to see nobody but a person that was that had a good heart.
Yeah.
But
Bread and
from
bed and breakfast.
yeah, and from what I researched that she was very excited about this trip. She was ready to go, even the day before. She had a plan to get her hair done. She planned to she had a luggage packed. She was excited because if you go back and look at the videos, she traveled a lot of places, and she enjoyed life, you know so this is not somebody that just sat back at home, or just work was all about her. She actually looked into enjoying life.
Yes.
So she was really looking forward to this. So from what I understand, that this trip was planned way back around June or July, somewhere up in there. So it was like a time span till October 20, I think it was October 28th,
Mm-hmm.
where they was to go for this trip. Now, when you say everybody's supposed to go for this trip, you look at the people that supposed to went with her, and one of them was his name was Khalil, was supposed to be her best friend for like 5 years.
Yes.
And then we have Dejanique, and then we also have Malik, and you have Winter Donovan, and then we have another lady, Elisa, and then the birthday boy, Nazim. Okay. Now, before we go further, I want to mention something that I could not understand because it still bothers me because Elisa, which is this young lady right here, this one right here, I could not understand. At 1 a.m. on the 28th, she had a sister that was brutally murdered by her ex-boyfriend. And this is on the 28th. And so on the 28th at 1 a.m., you get news that your sister has been murdered. And by her being murdered, you think that'd be so traumatic to where you would cancel the trip. You wouldn't want to go on a trip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
But she proceeded on going later on the same day that her sister got murdered to this trip.
That's strange.
That's real strange. I mean, what is your intake on that? Because that bothers me.
Once again, you're muted.
A lot of things bother me. I'm not gonna say much yet until later, but
But that particular with her going on a trip when her sister just died.
anyway, because it's just odd, you know. The story is odd. A lot of things I heard was just on and off and everything. But yeah, this was something that she was doing for I guess a so-called friend that ended up badly, and it's just altogether messed up about this and everything, and hearing certain things and hearing this and that. But you just gotta make sure you know who you call your friend. Everybody that smiles in your face ain't your friend.
No.
Exactly.
It's all people, especially for that guy, you know, the birthday and everything, it's just sad, you know. You come to this point, you can't really trust nobody.
Exactly. And what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go to our first break, and then we're gonna come back and finish the story. Thank y'all for tuning in, and please make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe, and share this here because this word for justice needs to get out.
Seemed like my daughter was asleep, man. You know, all of them to be in that room, and then they come in there like I don't know, she woke up or whatever. The way it seemed like they attacked her, man, and she naked, man. You know, for a father to see that video, man, because my daughter's not a fighter, man. She's not a fighter, not at all. For them to do what they did, man, it just seemed like it was a plot because they couldn't have did that over here, man. They couldn't have did that over here, where her friends, all her friends are. It wouldn't have went down like that, man. They don't realize, what they done done, man. They just robbed, they just put a hole in my heart, man. That was my only child. I'm just heartbroken, man. I can't even be a granddaddy. Can't even walk down the aisle, man. Can't even hear a voice. Can't even say daddy. Mom, can't even say daddy. Can't even say grandma. Y'all just don't know. Y'all just don't know what this has done to me. Just don't know, man. You just don't know. Just don't know. I thought she'll be buried, man. She'll be buried, huh?
What do you hope happens in this situation when it comes to getting justice for your girl?
They get charged for it, man. And they go back over there and do the time. That's what they did the crime at. And they left her there, man. They left her in that house, man. They left her there for the maids to find her. But you know how much pain my daughter suffered for the injuries, that she took. You know, get it smaller, something, smaller frame, man. You know, for them to sit there and try to get her no help or nothing. I just want justice now. I'm just angry, hurt, sad. All in one, man. All in one. I've been dealing with this from day one when I got the phone call saying that she had passed, man.
Now, I do want to iterate that we do want to show respect to the family. So please be careful with your comments and everything, because if there's any disrespectful comments on my show, you will be blocked. I will not tolerate any kind of activity like that. And as you see, if you want to call in, and if you have a comment or you want to express, your heartfelt condolences, the number is scrolling by. The phone lines is up. Now, you look at, like we spoke on, Elisa, it didn't make any sense. If you just lost your sister, how could you still proceed on going on a trip? To me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'd be like, look, y'all, I can't. I just lost my sister, and this is just not a good time. Y'all go ahead, have a good time. And, that's probably what she should have did in the first place. She would be caught up in all this mess. But I just, that bothered me. That really bothered me. And I didn't understand when I read that. And I was like, what? She just lost her sister, in a brutal murder. And you still proceed, still staying with the family and mourn. You still proceed on going on this trip. I don't know what was going through her mind on this. I don't know what kind of heart she had or what kind of relationship her and her sister had. But still, it just didn't make sense to me. To me, I was puzzled, So, we talked about them arriving at Cabo, Mexico, and, for the vacation and everything. And as you see in some of the videos, if y'all could go back on social media, y'all can see the videos and everything. I did not upload all the videos, but you could kind of see, the joking around, some of the drinking, but that's, like within the 24 hours, that you see all this. But what bothered me was during this time, and sometimes I can actually read body language and everything, and we actually, I don't know what's going on with that, but we actually could see what's going on. So what I want to do, I want to play a video, because this is when they're at the Airbnb. They're already in Cabo, Mexico, and they getting their luggage in the room. But as you see this video, pay close attention to it, because I want y'all to tell me your opinion and what y'all feel from seeing this video here. Y'all just give me a moment.
It don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? What girl said they creep. like mediocre in my champions. I can't. Yeah.
Sorry about that middle pause. We couldn't locate the video. In that video, before I give my opinion, I'm gonna go over to Dwight first, and then Denise, and then I'll get my input. When you look at that video, what come across your mind? When it's actually, you know, the guy that was in front of her was supposed to be Khalil, which Khalil supposed to be her best friend of 5 years that she went to college with, that, you know, went to trips with her and her family and did everything with. So, you know, Dwight, what do you get from seeing that? Oh goodness, I guess we lost him. Okay, let's go over to Denise.
Well, it looked like they was about to have a great time to me. To me, just looking at the videos and everybody was just getting settled in. You know, it doesn't look like too much of nothing to me. I might have missed something, but I didn't see anything other than looking like they're about to have some fun.
Okay. And since he went out, I'm gonna give my opinion on it when I look at it.
Yeah, tell me because I might have missed something.
Yeah, because you're looking at she's going into she's in the R&B, and she's looking for them. One, if you know everybody's room, why do you have to look for them? That's one. Okay, she's calling out to them. Where are you at? Okay, now when you go to the room, when she's gone to the room, I'm looking at Elisa standing here. I'm looking at Winter on the bed, and I'm looking at Deja standing up. Now, when you step in the room, you can kind of feel when somebody is talking. And that's why I said, look at the mannerism of these young ladies. And when you look at the mannerism, it was off, like something was up. And I mean, that's my opinion.
You think they was already plotting right then?
To me, I'm going to play the video again, because I want you to really pay close attention to exactly the way, because I know some people probably didn't see this and they're looking at, what was she talking about? When I say look at the mannerism, you look at the fact that one, yes, she's looking for them. But then look at the body language of each one of them.
It don't take that long to get naked. It don't take that long to get naked, hoes. Where y'all at? She told me I'm gonna keep it hot. You gonna keep it hot? What? I'm gonna keep it hot. I got benefits that I don't want to wear because it's cute as fuck. They, what Go said, they croup.
Yeah.
The one that's like mediocre is in my champions. I can't wear them. Yeah.
Now, Denise, what do you feel? And I'm not trying to persuade you anything, because like I said, our opinion is our opinion.
Yeah, I don't see anything other than why is everybody in one room?
Okay.
Everybody in their own room getting ready.
Okay. And you see Winter on the bed, and she just like acting like she's on the phone. She just like looks up and looks up, and she look over.
Mm-hmm.
And then Elisa looks kind of nervous to me, because it's just like I don't know. Dwight, was you able to look at that video?
I've seen a couple of videos. She walked in on them talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
He walked in on them talking about her, and they had a couple of videos that showed. But one of the videos, you can kind of hear them plotting. She just walked in on them.
And see, that's like I said, I didn't hear, but my thing was the body language. That's what I got from my body, like they was up to something, because and then she happened to walk in, and then you got Winter looking like this, and then the other one, to me is moving side to side and talk about something in her luggage, and then Elisa is standing there like, ooh,
She walked in on them talking about plotting things.
Why y'all in the same room anyway? For that part, why is not everybody getting? Y'all have plans, so why is not everybody getting ready? Because I know we just have girls trip and we get ready. We're all getting ready in each one of our rooms and what we need to do. We're not all caught up. We have something to do. If they have plans right then and there, why is everybody in one room having a discussion about her?
Exactly. And that's what I said, body language. And I'm not trying to read too much into it. It just, when I first seen the video, and I mean, the first thing came to my mind, like, okay, they in our AR&B. Why is her and Khalil looking for him? And she's like, where y'all at? And then, when she do find him, then, it's like everybody's in the same room. And I'm looking at the body language. And I mean, like I said, it's just me, but we're gonna go to the second video, and we're gonna listen to her mother speak. So y'all stay tuned, and do know that the number is going by. So if anyone do have an opinion or something to say, you could call in. The lines is open.
You might have something we don't know.
Trying to figure out what happened to their 25-year-old daughter. Shanquella Robinson's parents say she took
Okay, I love you. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And I never talked to my child again, and she never made it back home. She wasn't feeling well. She had alcohol poisoning. They couldn't get a pulse. Each one of the people that was there with her was telling different stories. The autopsy came back. They said it didn't have anything to do with alcohol. Said that she had a broken neck, and her spinal in the back was cracked. She had been beaten. I know that's not going to bring my child back, but I want something done about it. No one told the same story, so I never believed
Queen City News
anyway.
obtained Robinson's death certificate, which lists the cause of death as severe spinal cord injury and atlas luxation, which is instability in the uppermost vertebrae. In the section where police could have noted any sign of intoxication, it says, person found unconscious on her living room.
And they didn't call us to the very last minute. And then on top of that, they said the maid found them.
I do apologize. It's so hard to find the videos when we have so many on here. So there was a pause for a minute. But Denise, tell me what you feel when you hear the mother, because now we're gonna go into, I'm not gonna play the video of the incident, and the reason why I'm not, because it's been repeated so many times across the internet. And my thing is, I just don't want to open that wound again, because it is very traumatic on how she was attacked. And this comes after the room and everything, and it's heartbreaking. It's so heartbreaking. She's been attacked, and then her mother talks to her one last time, and she says she's finna eat tacos or whatever, and then she gets another phone call that her daughter is gone.
I can't imagine. I don't want to imagine that. That is, for the mom, my deepest condolences go out to you and to the dad also. My feelings on that, I'll be honest, I'm lost for words. I'm truly lost for words.
I'm not.
To lose your baby, the last phone call that you got, I'll talk to you later, and we'll go ahead and eat tacos. and that's the last time you talk to your child. 100%. And no, you can't bring your baby back. But I agree with her 100%. Justice needs to happen. Somebody needs to go to jail or something. Something has to happen. Something.
Exactly. And I totally agree, and I guess this is why I take it so hard on the, when we talk about topics like this, is because, I had to bury 2 children and then I lost another child that I didn't get to know. And as a mother that loves her children no matter what, it's one thing that I wouldn't wish on anybody, and my heart goes out to her as well, from one mother to another. But, I do, even though people is like, well, why you want to know why? As a mother, I would want to know why.
I would want to know.
The mom and dad deserve that much. Why?
You need that closure.
Yeah, because you got to look at, like the father said, she wasn't a fighter. Because even like when, because we ended up finding out, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, they said it was Malik behind the camera. And he was telling her, Shanquella, to fight, to at least fight. Because she wasn't fighting. That's why I say people keep saying a fight. It's not a fight. That was a brutal attack.
Mm-hmm.
You telling her to fight back and she's like, no. My thing is that for all those people to be in that room, even the ones that were recording, and not render aid to stop it. Because I can't understand how you could do somebody like that in the first place that it's not even fighting back.
No. I think they all should get charges. Every last person.
Exactly. She wasn't fighting back. When she wasn't fighting back, you should have just stopped then.
Mm-hmm.
Stepped
in and stopped the fight.
Yeah. And I seen this video, and when I seen this video, it was disturbing because I'm like, okay, was she already deceased or not? But confirmation was from the dad that she wasn't deceased. And so he said she was sleeping at that time. So, but what bothers me and why I say, I kind of like look at the room incident, and then I look at this video that I'm finna show, and I'm like, you had to feel the energy from the body language in that room when all those girls was in there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the other guys were, but those 3 girls was in that room, and something wasn't right. And then to turn around and then this just bothers me so much. Let me show this video. I'm not going to even go off screen for this because this here, like I said, Khalil was the one behind the video that was telling Shanquella to at least fight. But this is also Khalil behind this video here. Pay close attention.
We got our birthday buddy. Buddy. She too full.
Now, let me go to Dwight first. Dwight, what do you get from the video? Because I know, if I'm correct, by North Carolina Beat, that the dad confirmed that at that moment when he looked at that it is his daughter, and that she appeared to be sleeping. So this had to be before everything had happened. What is your feeling when you see that right there? You're muted. You're muted.
Okay. It's a lot of things that go through my head about this. One, if they just saw her sleep, she could have been dead. They might have put her there to make it seem like she was asleep.
No,
I
she was
mean, these kids ain't so bright.
no, she
And
was
I mean, the part of the video I seen, uh, her getting beat. One person was doing most of the beating. She had a swimsuit on and everything. So I believe that they put her up in there to make it look like she was sleeping and just left her there. The thing about it, these students, some of them, most of them are medical student, and that's what's so crazy about it. They was doing medicine, studying medicine, and for them to do that and then turn around and say there was alcohol. So I believe they put her in there and took that picture, trying to make themselves look innocent before the truth came out. So I believe she could have been just about dead there, and they just filmed her laying there, put her in there, and had her lay there, trying to make it seem like something else, like they said, alcohol poison. So it's a lot of stuff that people been saying in this story. I believe everybody that was in that room should go to jail, because if you're sitting there watching it happen, not doing anything about it, everybody should be going to jail for that. So it's just sad. This is one story that kind of helped have me choked up, seeing the videos over and over. This young lady dying, and how she died. It could have been my daughter. So it's just sad that these young people did this, because they also ended their life doing this as well. So, but I believe in that video, I think she might have been dead already. So that's just my opinion.
And see, I wondered because there's a part where Nazim has said something about assuming something about alcohol poisoning. Like, I thought to myself, I said, do y'all have a medical degree to even determine that? How y'all can say that? But we're gonna get into that in a minute. But Tanise, what when you see that video, because I do remember them saying, I think it's on North Carolina Beat, that the dad did say she was sleeping because the position she was in, that it didn't appear that she was dead yet. So I mean, I'm not really sure about that, and I can't say that. I could just only go by what North Carolina Beat has stated, which has been close in with the dad. That's why I say I only go by what they say.
right. No, it appears that she was sleeping, but like she heard the person talking. She wasn't dead in that video. You can clearly see that. It's because she had like a slight smirk on her mouth, like she had a half smile.
Mm-hmm.
So no, she wasn't dead yet. Not yet. Not in that video.
Yeah. So my thing is that at this point, it makes you wonder, did he, from the room of the girls talking, then from the hammock and him saying that, does it make you kind of feel like maybe he was in on it as well, as in attempting to set her up?
Spice, that was all in it. I mean, you cannot look. I think, in my opinion, those people was all in it. It just wasn't one person. They all was in it.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. Every one of them is should be held accountable.
It's no doubt about it. These young people had this thing playing. Look, you think about it. Everybody in the room, the guys in there got 2 cameras. Everybody was in on it. Everybody knew what was going down besides her. But everybody.
See, my thing is, seeing this attack and they standing by. I cannot understand. This lady paid for y'all way there. Y'all eating good. Y'all supposed to be having a good time. You're supposed to be a birthday celebration. We're gonna get into Nazim's part, because Nazim claims something different. But my thing is that why would y'all stand around and watch this, knowing that she doesn't fight back? Why would you stand around and watch this? Because what people don't understand as well, because I know it's here in Texas, it's a crime to not render aid.
It is.
So don't sit there and say, well, I didn't touch her. I didn't do that. Yeah, you did do something.
You stood there.
Because me, in my opinion, when you don't render aid, you didn't try to help out, you might as well have put a hand on her anyway, because you're a part of it.
Well, Spice, one thing I'm gonna say this. I don't think their intention was to kill her.
No.
They just wanted the video to put on social media for a bunch of likes. That's why the boy kept saying, you ain't gonna fight back. So I don't think that there was intentional trying to kill her. It just happened that way, because that's why they was filming it. They was hoping to get a fight and be able to post it on TikTok, Facebook, or wherever, and it just went a different direction. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I could agree with that, but let me tell you this. And this is why I said that this generation got issues. Because how many cases have you seen where fights went on and somebody was badly hospitalized or ended up in death?
Maybe.
And you see, this is just common sense. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes me mad when even on TikTok and social media where people are recording people fighting. That stuff is not cute.
It ain't.
Because my thing about it is, you're talking about head injuries, necks, backs. Come on now. Don't, I cannot buy the line of, well, they didn't intend. It's not what you intended to do. It's what you should have done or what you should have not done. Y'all supposed been college students, supposed been grown, as they try to say nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a way to act.
Nope.
They had a young high school girl that died from a fight. Now, this is somebody that didn't even fight back. And you putting blows to her head, to her face, to her neck, to her back.
They're just trying to embarrass her.
What did you think was going to happen? But like Dwight said, they supposed been going to school for medical, right? Shouldn't you know that?
Mm-hmm.
You should know what kind of injuries this could cause or what it could lead up to. There's no excuse to me. Since they supposed to be so grown. And I mean, that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as we've seen, now that this has gotten to this part, because we're going to talk about Ms. Winter, which I really don't care for. But when the mother gets the call and she's first told alcohol poisoning, to me, that was a sign of guilt right there. Because you lied to the family.
Yep.
You lied to the mother that gave birth to his child. If you're innocent, why did you have to lie?
Mm.
They all guilty.
Yep.
So that's another thing. Falsifying statements. You know what I'm saying? You falsify a statement on something serious happened to her. And you're going to still lie? You're going to defend these other people that causing this person that paid for your way to go here to have a good time, a vacation.
Personally, I think it's all jealousy.
None of them defended her.
None of them defended her. Not even her so-called.
It was like a pack of wolves.
Yep.
And I don't understand that. Now, from what they're telling, I'm gonna play this video of this timeline so we can kind of look at this here, because they're giving different times of everything. When it comes down to the nurse, the doctor, when she supposed to have passed. Because Winter, I don't care what medical school she went to, she sounds dumb as hell. Okay, because let's play this right here.
Right. And then the aggression stops. But there's another video where you see that she goes in and she starts arguing with Dianjane. And that's when Shanquella her body starts to convulse. The police received information that Shanquella was beaten. They received the call from a girl named Donovan. She called 911 and she requested the presence of an ambulance. That happened around 5:30 in the afternoon, more or less. She makes the call on October 29th, the 911 call. When the 911 call comes in, the police call the Red Cross. So the Red Cross also comes. When they arrive at the villa, they meet with a doctor who was already there. They ask the doctor what happened. The doctor gave a general explanation that she got a call around 2:30 in the afternoon. Shanquella died 15 minutes later, and it gives the exact time at 3 in the afternoon.
Now, as y'all seen, what do you think about that timeline, Denise?
Kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
The timeline was all over the place. Nobody has no straight stories, and it's chaos.
exactly. Which make you question also the doctor as well,
Mm-hmm.
because the doctor that was there was also caught in a lie. I'm gonna put it like that.
Why would the doctor need to lie though? He was
Exactly.
for a
But do you see the time span? It's like how long she was laid there.
I think that's where they're trying to cover up how long that the doctor didn't jump up and do his job and send that lady to the hospital.
Yeah, but you gotta look at also they was pressuring the doctor from what was stated by North Carolina Beat. They pressured the doctor when she was about to start because they tried to perform CPR, and they pressured the doctor to continue. So you 15 times. So you got to look at, as the medical professional has stated online, that her neck was already broken. So just imagine how much more damage that was causing, even though she was already gone. 15 minutes. 15 minutes after the injury. So I'm not understanding. But see, you got to also look at when they was talking to Shanquella's mother. She was stating that they take her to the hospital, but they was telling her, well, to take her to the hospital, here's going to be $5,000. She's like, well, she got insurance. They say, well, that's for the United States, not for here. Okay.
They still would have got paid regardless.
Exactly. But it makes me wonder because she laid there for so long and they not one time tried to take her to the hospital. Were they trying to get money out of the parents as well?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not confirmed. It's all over the place that they supposedly had stole money as well. But I know you researched something, and could you tell us something about that? Because I know people was making up stories and everything that they had supposed to stole 10,000, they supposed to stole 20,000, but you end up finding out that that wasn't true.
Yeah, I found out it wasn't true. I can't remember the young lady's name. I think it was a family member or a friend or a cousin or somebody. I'm not sure, but she was stating on I think CNN that people need to stop listening to the TikTok stories because there wasn't $10,000 stolen or transgender. None of that stuff. Those are all rumors. Don't pay attention to that stuff. This is what really happened.
Exactly. And see, that's one thing that the Mexican affiliates did clarify that Deja was not, because I know it was out there for a while by her being a transgender, because they put this under what they call a femicide, and it's actually a femicide is actually an attack on a female.
Yeah, because no matter if you change yourself into a female, this is not the case, but even if you change yourself into a female, you still have men's strength, regardless.
Exactly. But it has been confirmed that Deja is a woman. Okay. They assume that because there's people that had seen her take her, I guess they're in Mexico, seen her take her wig on and off, so they thought she was a man, because I guess they thought she was bald headed. I don't know. But it was confirmed that, yes, she's a woman. But with all them in that room, to me, it was no excuse.
No.
None at all.
Every single person, like we stated earlier, every single person in that room should be charged with something.
Mm-hmm. Now, Dwight, you tell me, because you've seen the heart of this father. How would you feel? Because they got up and Khalil was supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. He's not no friend. He's a snake in the grass. But he got up and he got Shanquella's luggage, and all of them came back to the United States, leaving Shanquella's body there in Mexico. And for the parents to figure out where their daughter was. How would that make you feel?
It would make me feel kind of, well, one, it would have been a red flag up because if you're supposed to be friends and everything, why you would leave somebody there at the hospital anyway? Why wouldn't you wait until they, if, because it started making, it wouldn't make no sense to me because if they trying to pretend or at first trying to say she got sick and everything, and then they just left, I would have stayed behind to make sure that if she did pass alcohol poisoning, whatever they said it was, then I would have came back and just told the truth. But as a father, any parent, they have a sense that people just lie and everything. And these people, first of all, walk up to the mama and lie to the mama and walk out the house. And the father, I seen the views of him. He was just saying, he was surprised. And I'll just be devastated. But these families going through a lot of pain about what happened to their daughter and everything. And these friends, if I tell people, everybody that's on your face, I don't care if you've been doing it for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. A lot of them don't like it. They got hate and everything. And like I said, it's so much stuff going out there. I guess when they finally get the people all arrested and put them in court, they can get to the truth. But from my opinion, I believe they was just they went down there, they was gonna fight that young girl, hoping she fight back and put it on TikTok for views and what have you. And things went wrong. The girl actually died, and they went back home and lie about it until the housekeeper found her. That's who found her. The housekeeper found her, and that's when they called the authorities and went from there and everything. But yeah, Paul, I'd be devastated. They might have put me in jail because it's taking too long, and everything. And I might have to say, well, I'm going to jail myself because seeing that video, you can only imagine seeing your child. Seeing video, those people doing that to your child will have such an effect on you mentally and everything. These people beating your child to death. So,
because you got to look at that. They didn't find out till later that she was beaten. They didn't know at that time. They were still being told.
Exactly.
Because you got to look at Khalil. Supposed to been her friend for 5 years. He's been with the family eating. He's been on trips with the family. He's supposed to been close. He supposed to had love for Shanquella. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but when he returns with her luggage. Yeah. And when he returns with her luggage, he's still giving the family as if, it was alcohol poisoning. Because you got to look at for days before this report came out, he was still coming over to the house every day, even eating. You know what I'm saying?
He was just trying to keep tabs and trying to keep the fire down until they figure out what their next plan was going to be. Like I said, it's too fishy. If she alcohol poisoning, y'all don't have to leave. Y'all should stay there and wait until y'all make sure she's fine and clear. Just to pack up all of a sudden and leave. No, that's like a red flag right there.
Yeah, that's to me, because I'm gonna say both sides. As a friend, I'm not gonna leave my friend over there, deceased or not. I'm not gonna just leave her there by herself. That especially if I had a heart for her and I'm not guilty. I would have stood beside her and communicated with the family to let them know where we at. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. But then as a mother, my thing was like, how could you just leave my daughter over there in a foreign country? And y'all just come back like nothing? Just left her there. No, now how am I supposed to find my daughter? Where is my baby at? That would be me. What do you think, Denise?
I would have the same attitude like the white. I would. I probably would be in jail. The family, I condone you for being so calm about the situation, at least on camera. But I probably would be in jail. I'm not the kind that's gonna deal with a lie and I find out otherwise about my baby, my child, especially my only child. I don't care if it wasn't any one of my kids. Because I would be in jail. I'm sorry. I would be in jail. I just couldn't do it.
I agree as well. That's just me. And that's not just talk, because I've been in situations when it came out of my kids, and I don't play about my kids. Bottom line, and it's sad that they did this, because we're going to look at this little snake in the grass. This is the little snake in the grass. Supposed to be her best friend that hung out with the family. Now, this joker right here, this is what I got a problem with. He comes back to the States with Shanquella's luggage to the family, sit down and eat dinner with him and everything, was coming over there every day until until he ended up finding out the actual report was released.
See, what he was thinking and the others were thinking that it's Mexico. They were pretty
Safe.
much, they thought that Mexico didn't have the same advances as the United States. Yes, they do. And they do similar things as we do. And for them to think that Mexico is so poor that they wasn't going to do anything about it because the young lady of who she was, they were dead wrong.
Yeah, because see, my thing about it is that oh, this goes so deep. My thing about it is that, you know, when you say alcohol poisoning, now it clearly states on the death certificates that this is a medical examiner that's done this a long time, for years. These are autopsy reports that don't lie. How you going to sit here and tell me alcohol poisoning, but yet still the reports show a cracked spine and a broken neck? Alcohol poisoning don't do that. But yet still, if you notice on the autopsy report, it stated no alcohol was found in her system.
She hadn't even got a chance to really, do anything.
Yeah, but
4 hours.
But let's look at this here, Miss Winter. Let's look at her for a minute, because this girl I cannot stand, for real, and I mean for real, because she is dirty. This is a low down dirty person, and it irks me because, like I said, after the report comes out, then you turn around and you change your numbers. Some of y'all move.
Mm-hmm.
So all guilt is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, my thing is, like I said, each one of them in that room, okay, we all was putting it off on Dejanay. But then as we later learned from the dad that mysteriously a video can't be found that was brought up to his attention that Miss Winter had actually been involved.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at this lady, after Shanquella was brutally attacked and already had a cracked spine, this young lady, and I pray this video comes up somehow, because the dad already knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to look at what we don't know which one it is. We don't know who it is. But one of the ones that was amongst the Cabo Six that was in that room brought out the fact that Winter had grabbed her around the neck and body slammed her. Now, when I say this girl is dirty, we're going to listen to a little clip. Let's see, I hope I upload it. Yeah. Miss Winter, she has a mouth on her. And y'all pay close attention to this here.
Yes, she did have a fight that y'all see, and that's going viral. They were fighting because Quilla did some crazy shit while she was drunk. So she basically told her to, let's fight. I don't want to drag you out of the bed. Quilla didn't want to, and that's how that happened. Unfortunately, she did die because of a video. Don't mean that happened. They're just trying to cover it up with a broken spine and whatever else they're saying. You all like y'all. I was not fighting in the video. So the person that was fighting in the video is not up here, and she can only speak for herself. So until she gets up here, she can speak on her behalf.
Now that pisses me off.
That kind of sent my blood kind of boiling a little bit. Well, it should have been behind her picture with those little effects. Should have been just flame and brimstone for her lying techniques.
Okay. So, in other words, she's saying that the medical examiner is lying, and the medical examiner is trying to cover it up. That the autopsy is wrong.
Right.
And she basically saying, which I'm thinking that she got with somebody to get rid of the video, that she didn't touch her, which she's lying. She did.
She touched her.
She was the cause of what she did was grabbed Shanquella around the neck, as if the brutal attack with Dejanay wasn't enough. Because I don't care what she says. I don't care what came out of Shanquella's mouth. There was no reason for y'all to put your hands on her.
And kill her.
I don't care what they intended or what they didn't intend. You had nobody's touching this girl, period. Over words. But my thing is, she's going to sit up here and try to cover things up. Okay, if it's a lie, then why are you hiding?
Yeah, why are you hiding?
Why you change your number? Why you move? Okay, but my thing is, she basically saying that the medical report is lying.
And why'd y'all leave her?
And to me, I mean, you tell me your opinion, because this is my opinion. To me, she was trying to say that Shanquella deserved to get hands put on her because she supposed to have said something out of line. So she's trying to justify the attack. What do you feel about that?
I feel like she's full of crap. That's one. And she's going to, you're going to get what you deserve. You know, you can't keep your lie up alone. The medical examiner don't know you. The medical examiner don't know you, your friends, or Shanquella. So with that being said, who's lying? The doctor or the attackers? The attackers are lying. And I'm calling you all attackers because you didn't do anything.
I call them murderers.
Yeah, I call that too. But if
you didn't do anything to help her, you it's just like you did it too.
You did it too. Your hands, you have blood on your hands as well.
Yeah, and so you know, I'm glad that Dwight clarified that they supposed to went to college for medicine or whatever. I don't know what field of medicine she supposed to have had education in, but she needs to go back because she's dumb as hell.
Well, she don't need to go back. She needs to go to jail.
Well, she could take that in jail.
We don't know.
But my thing is, she should be on the same level with Dejanay. And see, she feel like she's safe because this video has been hidden.
It'll come out.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, somebody's singing. Because it was stated that somebody, and the mother's not saying names. I looked at the interview. There is somebody that was there in the room. Is the one that told on Winter. So it wasn't just Dejanay, it was also Winter too. So the next, I mean, I could be wrong. Like I said, I ain't afraid to deny it. I'm not a medical, person, but from what I'm hearing and what has been stated from the mother in North Carolina Beat and the medical examiners,
no alcohol in her body.
There was no alcohol in her body. The cracked spine came from Dejanay, and the broken neck came from Winter. Now you got to look at it. The broken neck, when she grabbed her around the neck and body slammed her, she didn't move. She didn't get back up. So that's what took her out.
So as far as the murder part, I'm not no law professional or anything like that. But them two should be the one charged with murder, and the rest of them should be accomplishment. I am saying it right now, man.
Accomplice, yeah.
Accomplice. Thank you. I couldn't even get. I got all tongue tied, dry mouth.
So, Dwight, what do you feel about this situation with Winter trying to play innocent and as if people are just trying to cover up something and find something else?
Well, one, she's innocent. She don't even have no remorse. If you was truly a friend of that young lady, you would be crying, upset. This girl didn't show no type of emotions about what happened, besides trying to make it look like she had nothing to do with it. She kind of made that perfectly clear that it wasn't me. I didn't do nothing. And she didn't have no type of feelings about the girl dying. Most people that call themselves friends, they're gonna be upset, they're gonna be emotional, and things like that. She didn't show none whatsoever. And I don't see why she would even say anything about the doctors and the other people. They don't have.
No, she wasn't showing remorse. She was just trying to give justification. That's what she was trying to do.
She's trying to make herself look good. Look, they are all going to be accountable to the Lord to some degree. Something's going to be worse because she feel like since she wasn't the one that did anything, she can't get in trouble, which is not true. It's just like if I was with somebody, I know these people are bad or they was plotting something and they went up to rob a place and somebody got shot and killed, even though I didn't pull the trigger, I'm going to do some time for that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna definitely do some time for that because I was with them and I know what they was gonna do. And this is the same with them. I can't tell if they that smart because if you involved in something that went down and y'all planned that shit and somebody ended up dying, even though y'all wasn't the one to put your hands on the young lady, y'all are gonna go to jail too.
Yeah.
So enjoy your freedom while you can because they are gonna get locked up.
Now, we're going to go to our last break in a minute, but what we're going to do is they were supposed to be there also, not just for vacation, but to celebrate Nazir's birthday. And Nazim is this one right here. Okay, now he had a lot to say on his lives. Which, I mean, to me, he just dug himself a deeper hole and trying to assume that it would work and that the rest of them will get punished, but not me, because he states that he didn't show up to the next day. How do you show up late for your own birthday celebration?
You don't.
Okay, but we're going to get into him in a minute, but let's go to this last break. And this last break, I want y'all to actually pay close attention. This here is Nazim, that supposed to also been her friend as well. And as he tried to make it seem like he tried to me in words, render aid.
To go on the trip in June, but I didn't reply because I didn't know what I was doing for my birthday since the next birthday was the next week after mine. So, where I was at? Oh, yes, I left on Saturday. The trip was from Friday to Monday, October 28th, 29th, 30th. 31st going home. Didn't even make it there. So I get off my flight around like 2:16 Mexico time. I guess we're 2 hours ahead. 2:16 p.m. I make a phone call. To everybody who there. Like I need the address. So during this phone call, that's the first time I heard that Quilla wasn't feeling good. They told me that Quilla was sick and she was showing signs of alcohol poisoning. And they got that because one of their friends told them that they were seeing signs. So she was showing symptoms of alcohol poisoning. But I didn't know. Hold on. I got my Bible. And I'm gonna put this blunt down because I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie on that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not saving nobody's ass. I'm not protecting my ass. I'm just coming here to keep it real because y'all in my DMs going crazy and all this posting my address and stuff. Like y'all can go there if y'all want, but it's not gonna be pretty. But when I got there, it took us an hour. My taxi driver, it took us an hour to get to the villa because there was traffic. I don't know why. So I got to the villa around 3:26. I instantly, as soon as I go in there, I go to Quilla. Quilla didn't leave my side, none of that, till the nurse came. But I got too far ahead. So Quilla was laying on the couch in the game room. The fucking Villa was, so when I got there, she was in the game room. They told me she was not feeling good, so I instantly go to her, put her on her side, get a bag, and all of that. So I'm sitting right next to her the whole time. I was crossing my heart and hope that I was there the whole time in the game room, and then they was talking about cooking, so we made it to the living room. I cut on some soft music, sitting with her, rubbing her head, just chilling, waiting until the nurse came, because that's what I was informed that was happening. At first, I was told that it was a male coming, and then a female showed up. So, by that time, I skipped another thing. Quilla wasn't found dead. She wasn't found dead. The maids found her slumped over the toilet in her room. That's what they did find her, slumped over her toilet in her room. That's what I was told. Quilla was not dead when I got there. Yeah, boom. So it's like, okay, so when I get in there, I go in, I see Quilla, I see she chilling, I put her on her side, I go out and make that video where I'm talking about I'm here, that I Quilla get up. I'm thinking like, damn, we got stuff to do, ATVs, a boat, dinner. I missed the chefs, I missed everything. Anyways, fuck that. So I'm like, damn, I'm thinking, Quilla, let's get up. I say, everybody that know me heard me say the shit. That was my first video when I got there, or second, because I made a video of me pulling up to the villa. But he was cutting up the guy. I tried to get the timestamp for y'all, but that's not going to work. So I guess the real FBI or whatever had to put those right timelines together. But I'm going to start with the NCD. That faggot is so stupid and got y'all believing everything that's wrong. I was not there till the next day. I didn't see a fight. I didn't know it was a fight. I didn't know it was a video. I didn't know they did any harm, anything. I went in there and told her it was alcohol poisoning, so that's what I helped her as. I didn't leave her side. I put on soft music, Summer Walker rubbing her head till the nurse came in. Nobody even talked about the nurse. Nobody even said the nurse came. None of this stuff. So I'm really not understanding where this story is coming from and why it's out here like this, because it's wrong. It's wrong. And for y'all to be attacking me, an innocent soul, I'm really innocent as fuck. I went there to enjoy my birthday. And to really just goddamn have fun. I didn't have not 1 second of fun. I didn't take one shot, didn't smoke one blunt, didn't do anything. I went straight to Quilla. She was not found dead. She was found unresponsive. Yes, unresponsive. She was unresponsive. I tried to get her to talk to me and all that, but it was none of that. There was none of that going on. I didn't really notice the knot on her head until the nurse pointed it out. I did see the bump on her lip. She did have a blood vessel bust in her eye. That's it, but I didn't really go in there like, damn, y'all jumped her, y'all beat her ass, what's going on?
Okay, he's such a liar.
I don't believe him.
I don't believe nothing he said. He has to me, like I said, when you look at, he's went live more than once. My thing is that you sit here and you trying to justify that. I don't know what. Thank you, Yoli. It's a lie. He's lying. But my thing is that he said he gets there the next day. Now remember, she was gone. She was gone 15 minutes after the injury.
Yep.
But he said he did not come in until the next day.
And then you're gonna say that she was sitting on the toilet?
Yeah, okay. My thing is, he said when the nurse came, she was sitting on the toilet. First, you say that she was in the game room lying down. Okay. You say that you didn't notice the knot, but you noticed the eye and the lip.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So at that time, me personally, anything to the face, head, I'm quick to say, let's go to the hospital.
Yep.
But my thing is, if you came in the next day and you seen her like this, if she was still alive, which I don't believe, like they said, 15 minutes after the injury,
no,
you come in there and you gonna sit there and say, well, I didn't run in there to tell, the ass, oh dog, y'all jumped her. Like, bruh, be for real. What you think alcohol poisoning come? You supposed to went to medical college. You think alcohol poisoning comes from causes a lip injury and eye, you know, and then you didn't notice the knot until the nurse got there. That I'm not understanding. But he's making it seem like he was trying to console her and all this stuff here, right? He was really trying to show a lot of love. But you turn around, you supposed to have so much love for Shanquella. You supposed to have so much sympathy for her. You supposed to not been a part of whatever happened because you was clueless to what would happen. But then you go on social media and you put this. That such disrespect, not only to the family, but anybody that cared about her and to her. But this is somebody you cared about. This is somebody that you was kind of console and comfort and trying to give aid to. So you're trying to get out the charges of failure to render aid, and you did fail to render aid. But as soon as you saw a slit lip and her eye, you should have immediately want to take her to the hospital. That's just the bottom line. But then you turn around back door and you put this here. Yeah. This is what I don't understand.
Disrespect.
But you love your friend, right? But you go in there and you put this. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's put other videos as well, you know, going off and ain't nothing gonna happen to me and they're not gonna find me and all this stuff. Bro, they're gonna find you.
Yeah, they're gonna find you.
They're gonna find you. And see, my thing is that, you know, like I said, there's a lot of loopholes in his story. Mm-hmm. You know, they're supposed to have been the airplane ticket, they're supposed to have been revealed to prove that he was there the next day. But the bottom line is whether you arrived the next day, you knew that a fight happened because you seen her eye and you seen her lip.
You did nothing.
And then you did nothing. You didn't take her to the hospital or anything. But then you flew back to the United States from Cabo, Mexico and hid out. But you stood in the streets doing whatever you're doing. Now, we also had, I think it was it News? Yeah, Channel 9 WSOC. They traveled over 200 miles just so that they could try to locate the Cabo 6. And they was able to catch up that one of them, they didn't say which one of them had a court date. And it was for a traffic violation. He was only charged $15 plus court fees. But by the time they got there, he was gone. But at the same time, they tried to talk to the attorney that represented him in that case. And the attorney said, I cannot say anything about that because I'm not representing him in the Shanquella case. So they proceeded on going to the addresses that was on the that and the phone numbers. Now, when he tried to contact these numbers here, each one of these numbers are changed or disconnected to each one of these people. But y'all innocent.
Yeah, but y'all innocent.
Y'all innocent, right? Why would you have to change your number? Why you had to move? Because they even went to the residence. One of the houses had a business card in it. And with the business card, it had in the door, nobody answered. When they went to another house, the person moved.
That's some quick movements.
Exactly. Nobody coming up on nothing. Now these parents, they deserve explanation. And the explanation that Winter gives doesn't fly. It doesn't fly at all.
No, it doesn't.
So she can jump a leap with that one there. So, you know, my thing is, it is going to come down to it no matter what, that you're going to you're going to get caught.
Yeah, they're going to get caught. If you can run all you want to, you're not going to be able to hide.
No, you know, I know that also, you know, it's been reported that, you know, and I don't know how true it is, you know, I cannot confirm it or deny it, but it's allegedly that, you know, that the fact that I think you even said it, that some of her things in the luggage was missing.
They said her luggage they brought on her belongings, but they brought on her luggage back, but some of her belongings were missing.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but from what I'm hearing also,
That's rumor. We don't know.
we don't know. And allegedly that, that some of the police and the doctor and all, they also going to be under investigation for falsifying as well. So it's a lot going around in this case, and it's very heartbreaking. It really is. And my heart goes out to the family. And I all we can do is keep praying for them.
Yes.
Keep praying.
That
And just
person will get what they deserve.
Yeah, and I'm firmly standing on and believing and having faith that all of them will get what they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
It's
a wake up call for people who want to stand around and take videos like this and stuff like this could happen. And I still think even with Shanquella was the worst case scenario. I still think that people that hold cameras and watch people get beat down, if that person that was doing the beating should go to jail as well as the person standing there and not doing anything about it.
I followed this as far as I could, and I gotta admit, even sitting here, it's like, I've been having chest pains, but it's just I'm short-winded because cases like this I do take to heart, and I have cried, I have hurt behind this here. I didn't know her personally, but as a mother that lost children, it's the worst nightmare.
Yeah. Anyone can feel. Shouldn't be no one that cannot feel this pain here, because this could be your niece, your cousin, your mom, your sister.
Because you sit back as a mother, and nurturing mother, and to feel helpless, but also to go through the dad and the mom, because from what you've seen, Shanquella was the dad's only child.
Only child.
Only child. And I ask everybody to keep him in prayer, because it's very hard to swallow and to live by. But, no parent should have to go through this, to have mentally, emotionally wondering what your child went through and how they felt and what they could have been thinking, and how you get their child way over in another country and do this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, there's no reason.
Mm-mm.
I don't care what justification they come up with. There's no reason for what they did, whether they intended or didn't intend.
Mm-hmm.
You had no reason doing what you did.
None. I don't care if you called your every name in the book. There's still no reason why she should not be standing here talking.
Especially because you didn't pay not one dime on that trip.
Not one. Y'all gotta be right.
Like I said, my heart, it deeply, deeply goes out to the family. It really does. The basketball player donated, I think it was $60,000 or $65,000 towards everything. There's a GoFundMe. Just make sure you have the right one if you want to donate anything towards this family.
There's some controversy behind that too. That's just
yes, because there's even people making fake pages of the mother, acting like they're the mother. She has confirmed that she has not, and I mean it makes sense. Why would she be on social media after burying her daughter?
Right, and then I heard. I'm not going to say facts because it's always second, third, middle, But even when the gentleman, the basketball player, donated the money, people were saying, why?
Yeah.
Certain people were saying why.
Because even Winter, like for her to say, well, she said some slick stuff. I don't care what she said.
Okay. I don't
what gave you the right to grab her around the neck?
And kept her life. What? Who does that? I mean, if you think that's cool, any person out there that think that's okay for someone to take somebody's life on what they say.
And like I said, these fights gotta stop. The fights, I don't condone to fighting, period.
No.
Because you don't know, head is the head and neck, the back. I deal with a knee and back injury, and it's not something fun to live with.
No, it's not.
And it could also paralyze you. And so when I think about her cracked back, how do we know that wouldn't have ended her in being paralyzed?
It probably would have ended her being if she was surviving. They say she did survive it.
Yeah.
And
But
then
then I look at, to
paralyzed.
me, when they mentioned when Winter grabbed her around the neck and body slammed her and she didn't get back up, my opinion was that's what took her out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, the story that Nazim gives to me is a bunch of bull.
Yes.
After these injuries were sustained, 15 minutes, she was gone. She was gone 15 minutes after these injuries.
Yeah, because the brain to the heart and everything can't get signals to it. So if you were medical, you would know this.
Yeah. Well, all we're going to say is that we pray to God that justice is, it won't bring her back. It won't heal the hearts of the family.
No.
Because as a mother, I've never healed, but I learned how to deal.
You just call.
And I still have my episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm still dealing with my last one. And my heart goes out. My heart goes deeply out for this family. And yes, they deserve answers. When it comes down to the FBI, the Mexican police, they need to do their job.
Yes.
This is not a person of color. This is a human being. She has so much going for herself. And she had so many people that loved her. And she had a beautiful spirit of herself. Mm-hmm. She did not deserve what happened.
No.
And
no one deserves this.
Yes.
No one.
And before we signed off, I'm going to ask you to give a word of nutrition because people got to know, even as a domestic violence advocate,
mm-hmm.
that this can lead to something more than what you think it can lead to. And nobody deserves it. So I'm going to ask you to just talk to everyone and give them a word of nutrition.
Yes. Whew. Okay, so my thoughts on this is that there are signs of people being jealous around you. And don't take it when your friends come to you and say something's not right. Pay attention to the signs. Jealousy can be so deadly. It's real. I had to deal with my sister. Women trying to jump my sister for no reason at all. So jealousy is a real thing. And it's dangerous. It can be very dangerous. So if you stand there with a camera and you're watching someone getting beat down, understand you will be judged by that. You did nothing. You see someone getting hurt, step in. This generation's become so weak. You have to become so desensitized. Y'all don't see life anymore. And what I really need is, I don't even have that much to say, but other than my condolences go out to the family. And I pray that, nothing happens to you guys as far as, because this is tough. It's heartbreaking. But as far as the dynamic 6, you're going to get what you deserve. All of you. One way or another. You're going to get what you deserve. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, Denise.
I call them dynamic 6 because it's crazy.
Yes, it is. I thank everyone over at Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and the YouTube channel for tuning in. Please stand in prayer that justice be prevailed and keep in prayer the family as they go through this. We'll see you next Saturday. Much love and have a blessed week.